Morning. My report is all about comparative policy system of Philippines and United Kingdom. History. The Philippines, named after King Philip II of Spain, was Spanish colony for over 300 years. The first inhabitants were hunter-gatherers who began farming between 3000 to 200 BC, 2000 BC. Trade with China started in the 10th century AD, and Islam was introduced by Arab merchants in the 12th century. Ferdinand Magellan claimed the Philippines for Spain in 1521, but Spanish colonization didn't begin until 1565 under Miguel Lopez de Legazpi. Nationalist movement emerged in the late 19th century, leading to a revolution in 1896. The Philippines gained independence from Spain on July 4, 1946. UK. The first modern human arrived in Britain during the Ice Age around 35,000 to 10,000 years ago, when sea levels were lowered and Britain was connected to the European mainland. These people built ancient megalithic monuments like Stonehenge and Avebury between 1500 and 500 BCE. Celtic tribes migrated from Central Europe and France to Britain, creating a distinct culture known as Bronze Age. The Romans controlled most of present-day England and Wales, founded many cities that still exist today. The 5th century, the Romans left Britannia, leading to conflict among Celtic tribes and the arrival of Germanic tribes from present-day Germany and Denmark. Norse people from Scandinavia began to invade Europe in the later half of the 9th century. Policing system. Philippines. The Philippines National Police, or PNP, is the civilian national police force of the Philippines. It originated from a merging of the Philippine Constabulary and the Integrated National Police. The PNP was operational on January 29 to 1991, with members formerly from the PC, the NP, and the selected members of the major service units of Armed Forces of the Philippines. The PNP is under administration, control, and operational supervision of the National Police Commission. The PNP command group is headed by the Chief PNP, who is vested with the power of command and direct the PNP. He is assisted by two deputies assigned to administration and operation respectively. On a historical note, during early times, rulers in the country before the Spaniards came are known as Hari, Datu, Sultan, and Raha. They had their own method of protecting their citizens by encouraging all able-bodied constituents the community to help these rulers and take part in protecting its citizenry and crops against enemies and wild animals. In addition, there are several other police systems in the Philippines. The national level are the National Bureau of Investigation, and the local level of each political entity has its own police force. The UK. The UK policing system is originated around So the UK policy system is organized around two legal entities, the Office of Constable and the Police Force. The Office of Constable, every police officer, regardless of their rank, individually holds the Office of Constable. This office grants them power to detect, prevent, and investigate crime. The police force, every police officer is a member of a police force. The police force organizes, coordinates their crime-fighting activities. Officers and other police personnel under the direction and control of their chief officer. There are 43 territorial police forces in England and Wales. A national police force in both Scotland and Northern Ireland. In the three specialist police forces, the British Transport Police, the Civil Nuclear Constabulary, and the Ministry of Defence Police. The term British model of policing is sometimes used to describe the policing culture in the UK. It is typically understood through three interlinked concepts: the Office of Constable, operational independence, and the policing by consent. We have the police organization. So this is the logo of the police in Philippines, and this is a logo police in the UK. The Philippine National Police, or PNP, is the armed national police force in the Philippines. Its national headquarters is located at Camp Crame in Bagong, Lipunan ng Crame, Quezon City. Currently, it has approximately 228,000 personnel to police a population in excess of 100 million. The PNP was formed on January 29, 1991, when the Police Constabulary and the Integrated National Police were merged. First one, the Republic Act 6975 of 1990. The agencies administered and controlled by the National Police Commission is part of the Department of Interior and Local Government, or DILG. Local police officers are operationally controlled by city or municipal mayors. The PNP motto is to serve and protect, service, honor, justice. And the agency current chief is Police General Benjamin C. Acorda Jr. In UK, law enforcement in the United Kingdom is structured differently than in many other countries. The UK does not have a national police force. Instead, there are 44 geographic forces in England and Wales. In a single force, each in Scotland and in Northern Ireland. Each of these forces is responsible for maintaining law and order within their respective jurisdiction and powers to arrest and detain individuals suspected of the committing crimes. They also provide various support services for those affected by crime. The national website for policing in England, Wales and Northern Ireland is Police UK, where you can find information about local policing teams, crime data, advice to keep you safe, and more. It's also worth noting that UK Police Force is subject accountability measures such as inspections by His Majesty, Inspectorates, and of Constabulary. The current Majesty of the United Kingdom is King Charles III, formerly known as the Prince of Wales. So the police functions. In Philippines, law enforcement, the PNP enforces the law, prevents the control crimes, maintains peace and order, and ensure public safety and internal security with the active support of the community. Maintain peace and order. The PNP is responsible for maintaining peace and order throughout the country. Prevent and investigate crime. The PNP prevent and investigate crimes and brings offenders to justice. Exercise vested power. The PNP exercise the vested power from the Philippine Constitution and pertinent laws. Detain, arrested person. The PNP can detain an arrested person for a period not beyond what is prescribed by law. Implement laws and regulations. The PNP implement pertinent laws and regulation on firearms and explosive control. We have supervised security agencies. The PNP supervises and controls the training and operation of security agencies. In UK, they have the Office of Constable. Every police officer, regardless of rank, called the Office of Constable. This office grants them powers to detect, prevent, and investigate crime. Maintain law and order. The police force is responsible for maintaining law and order. Prevent and investigate crimes. The police force prevents and investigates crimes and bring offenders to justice. Executing orders and warrants. Police force is responsible for executing all orders and warranty lawfully issued the police officers by any competent authority. Collecting and communicating intelligence. The police force collects and communicates intelligence affecting the public peace to the competent authority. Community partnership. Constables works in partnership on a daily basis with local communities, stakeholders, and colleagues to promote law in order to reduce the fear of crime, provide reassurance, and build confidence to improve the quality of life for citizens. With the police organization structure. Philippines. The Philippines National Police has structured organization that includes the following. We have number 1, National Office. These are the central office that oversee the entire operation of the PNP. Regional Office. This office manages the police operation in their respective regions. We have Provisional Office. These officers are responsible for the police operation in their respective provinces. District Office. In case of large provinces, there are district office to manage police operation in those districts. We have the city and municipal station. These are the local police station in cities and municipalities. The PNP Command Group is headed by the Chief PNP, who is vested with the power of command and direct the PNP. He is assisted by 2 deputies assigned to administration and operation respectively. The chief of directional staff serves as the chief operation officer of the PNP. He coordinates, supervises, and directs the directional staff and the PNP units in the performance of their respective functions. Directly under the Police Regional Office are 17 Regional Public Safety Battalion or RPSB. They have 80 Police Provincial Office, which correspond to the number of province in the country, and 20 city police officers or CPO in highly urbanized and independent cities which are equivalent to the provincial police office. UK. The UK structure is organized around two legal entities. We have the Office Constable and the Police Force. We have the Office of Constable. Every police, so regardless of their rank, individually, holds the Office of Constable. This office grants them power to detect, prevent, and investigate crime. The Police Force. Every police officer is a member of police force. The police coordinates crime fighting activities. Officers and other police personnel are under the direction and control of their chief officer. They have department. Philippines. The Philippine National Police is part of the Department of Interior of the local government, or DILG. The Philippines. The DILG is responsible for promoting peace and order, ensuring public safety, and strengthening local government capability, aimed towards the effective delivery of basic services of the citizenry. The PNP, as part of the DILG, is the Armed National Police Force in the country. It is administered and controlled by National Police Commission. Other bureau under the DILG include the Bureau of Fire Protection and Bureau of Jail Management and Technology. In UK, in the United Kingdom, law enforcement is organized separately in each of the legal systems of England and Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland. The police force in England and Wales is divided into territorial police forces, which are responsible for the police in specific geographic areas. Each force is governed by a Police and Crime Commission, or PPC, and PCC, an elected official tasked with setting out the way. Crime is tackled by the police in the area. The national website for policing in England, Wales, and Northern Ireland is Police UK. This site provides information on how to contract your local force, advice and support for those affected by crime, data, and statistics related to police performance, more. In addition to the territorial forces, there are also a special police force like the City of London Police and others that have jurisdiction over specific type of crime across the country. We have the police training. So we have the police training. In the Philippines, police training is primarily conducted at the Philippine National Police Academy, or PNPA. The PNPA provides tertiary level education to the Filipinos aspiring to be officers. In the three bureaus of the Department of the Interior of Local Government, the National Police College offers several training programs. We have the Master in Public Safety Administration, or MPSA, a one-year full government scholarship graduate study program designed to develop, prepare, and equip participants with vital public safety stakeholders, the government and private sectors who are leaders, executive, managers, and key professionals. And we have the Public Safety Officer Senior Executive Course, or PSO-SCC. An 8-month resident training program intended for senior uniform officers with a minimum rank of chief inspectors in the police, fire, or jail bureaus. We have the Public Safety Officers Advanced Course, or PSOAC. A 4-month resident training program intended for middle-level uniform commissioned officers with a minimum rank of senior inspectors in the police, fire, and jail bureaus. We have the Public Safety Officers Basic Course, or PSOBC, a 4-month resident training program intended for junior-level uniform commissioned officers with the rank of inspectors in the police, fire, and jail bureaus. Applicants who successfully graduate from the academy are automatically accepted to the agency of their choice and given the initial rank of inspectors. The PNP is located in the PNP Academy, Camp Jen, Mariano and Castañeda, Silang, Cavite. UK, the United Kingdom, police training is primarily conducted in the College of Policing and West Yorkshire Police Training and Development Center. The College of Policing was established in 2012 as the professional body for those working in policing in England and Wales. The college purpose is to provide the skills and knowledge necessary to prevent crime, protect the public, secure the public trust. To become a trained police constables, the United Kingdom, you must undergo various medical and fitness assessment. You must also obtain a degree level professional policy qualification, which on average takes between 2 or 3 years, providing you are already hold sufficient level 3 qualifications. For example, the advanced level or the BTECS or Business and Technology Education Council. The training typically includes around 18 to 22 weeks of classroom-based training, where you learn a lot about various aspects of policy, the law and the procedures. This is normally broken up by role plays and practical session. You receive first aid and a personal safety training. You also undertake a driving course to give you the on-the-road skills you need to do your job. After this, you'll typically be assigned to a tutor and spend around 3 months as part of the response rota, developing your on-the-job skills and experience. Qualification to become a police officers. Philippines, a citizen of Philippines, a person of a good moral character, must have passed the physical agility test or neuropsychological examination, general physics and dental examination, as well as drug test, to be administered by the PNP for the purpose of determining physical and mental health. Must possess a formal baccalaureate degree from a recognized institution of learning. Must be eligible in accordance with the standards set by NAPOLCOM. Must have not been dishonorably discharged from military employment or dismissed for cause from any civilian position in the government. Must have not convinced by final judgment of an offense or crime involving moral turpitude. And must be at least 1 meter and 62 centimeters in height for male and 1 meter and 57 centimeters for female. Must weigh not less than 5 kilograms from the standard weight corresponding to his or her height, age, and sex, and minimum. must not be less than 21 nor more than 30 years of age upon the take oath. In UK, to become a police officer in UK, you need to go through several stages to gain the necessary qualifications. This include the 5G CSE, passes in core subjects including English language and math. At 3 advanced levels or BITEC in uniform public service, a degree apprenticeship in professional policing practice or a degree in professional policing, a graduate diploma in professional policing practice, and success in written assessment, fitness and medical test, and interview. We have the continuing professional development or CPD. It is also recommended to take subjects such as law, sociology, and physical education in a modern foreign language at advanced level. We have the rank of the police. So this is the picture of the rank of police of the Philippines and UK. The rank of police in the Philippines, the commission officers is the highest is Police General, Police Lieutenant General, Police Major General, Police Brigadier General, Police Colonel, we have the Police Lieutenant Colonel, Police Major, Police Captain, and Police Lieutenant. In non-commissioned officers, we have the Police Executive Master Sergeant, Police Chief Master Sergeant, Police Senior Master Sergeant, Police Master Sergeant, and Police Staff Sergeant, Police Corporal, and the lowest rank is the Patrolman or the Patrolwoman. In the UK, Commissioned Officer is Commissioner, Deputy Commissioner, Assistant Commissioner, Commander, Chief Superintendent and Superintendent, Chief Inspector, Sergeant, and the non-commissioned officer is Constable. So, we have the uniform ng police. This is the uniform ng the PNP. And here in the uniform in the UK. And the equipments. So, kita nyo, they have guns, they have their vehicles, you can say they have their equipments. Form of government. Philippines. The Philippines is governed as a unitary state under a presidential representative and democratic constitutional republic. This means that the president functions as both the head of state and the head of the government of the country within a pluriform multi-party system. The government of the Philippines is made up to 3 interdependent branches: the legislative, the executive, and the judicial branches. The legislative power is vested in the 2-chamber Congress of the Philippines. The Senate is the upper chamber and the House of Representatives is the lower chamber. The executive power is exercised by the government under the leadership of the President. The judicial power is vested in the court with the Supreme Court of the Philippines as the highest judicial body. The President and the Vice President are directly elected separately by national popular vote for a term of 6 years. In UK, the United Kingdom is a constitutional monarchy in which the reigning monarchy, that is the king or queen, who is the head of state at any given time, does not make any open political decision. All political decisions are taken by the government of the parliament or the British government, commonly known as the Her Majesty government. It's the central government of the United Kingdom. The government is headed by the Prime Minister, who appoints other ministers. The Premier and other senior ministers form the cabinet, which is the topmost decision-making committee. The ministers are accountable to the parliament, which they also sit in, while the government is dependent on the parliament for policy making. We have the type of law enforcement. So the Philippines and UK is centralized. They are same. We have the criminal justice system. In Philippines, the Philippines criminal justice system is composed of the 5 parts of or pillars. Law enforcement. This consists of the officers and men of the Philippine National Police, the National Bureau of the Investigation or NBI, and the other agencies. Prosecutions. This pillar is responsible for presenting the case in court of law on behalf of the state, of the judiciary. This pillar is responsible for ensuring justice by interpreting and applying the law. The judiciary also determines the guilt or innocence of the accused. Penology or correction. This pillar is responsible for implementing the punishment decided by the court, such as imprisonment or community service. It also focuses on rehabilitating offenders from the community. This pillar involves society role in the preventing crime and assisting in the rehabilitation and reintegration of offenders back into the community. In the UK, the criminal justice system in the UK is a complex structure that involves several agencies working together to deliver justice. Here are the brief review. We have the reporting and investigation. This is the first stage of criminal justice process. It includes how crimes are reported to the police and police powers to conduct investigations and apprehend suspect. Police and prosecution agency charging decision with the private prosecution, out of the court disposals, and the anti-social behavior or community figure. We have the court proceeding. This stage outlines how criminal courts operate in England. Juarez. It includes the court system, finding legal representation, court proceeding, criminal sentencing, and criminal appeals. We have also the prosecution. The Crown Prosecution Service plays a key role in the criminal justice system. It's their job to prosecute criminal cases, making sure they prosecute the right person for the right offense. Prisons and prohibitions. This involves managing convicted individuals in their rehabilitation process. They also have the penalty. In the Philippines, the penalty is we have the penalty of we have the penalty of reclusion perpetua, imprisonment for at least 30 years, after which the convict becomes eligible for pardon. We have the reclusion temporal, 12 years and 1 day to 20 years. We have the prison mayor and temporary disqualification, 6 years and 1 day to 12 years. We have the prison correctional, suspension, and distero, 6 months and 1 day to 6 years. We have the arresto mayor from 1 month and 1 day to 6 months. We have the arresto minor, ban to give the peace. In the UK, the penalty is we have the discharge. This when an offender is found guilty but is not given a punishment. There are two types: absolute and conditional. An absolute discharge means no further action is taken, while a conditional discharge means the offender will not be punished unless they commit another offense within a certain period. We have the fines and compensation. Fines are a common penalty for many offenses, especially minor ones. The amount of the fine can vary. The compensation may be ordered in cases where someone has suffered personal injury, loss, or damage as a result of the offense. Driving disqualification or points. For driving offenses, penalty can include disqualification from driving or the additions of points to the offender's license. We have the community orders. This can include various requirements such as unpaid work, participation in treatment programs, curfew, and more. We have the prison sentence. These are used for more serious offenses and can vary in length. We have the crime rate. The Philippines has moderately high rate of crime, violence, and terrorism in 2021. The country was on the bottom 5 of the Order and Security Index ranking across the region. The country murder rate is 4.3 per 100,000 people, which is higher than the global average of 4.0 per 100,000 people. The Philippines also has a high rate of robbery, with a rate of 33.4 per 100,000 people. According to the crime rate, the Philippines has been decreasing since 2016. The total number of the criminal incidents recorded in the Philippines from 2020 to 2022 was 4,000 to 5,000. Crime rates were particularly high in poorer neighborhoods and areas with larger population and higher unemployment. In the UK, the crime rate in the United Kingdom for the year 2022 to 2023 was 75.88 per 1,000 people, which is an 8% increase from 2021. Here's a breakdown by country. In England, they have the 83.77 crimes per 1,000 people. In Wales, they have the 81.97 crimes per 1,000 people. In Northern Ireland, they have 55.92 crimes per 1,000 people. In terms of the types of crimes, the most common reason for cases of being closed was no suspect having been identified. with 39.3% of cases closed this way in the year ending March 2023. The proportion of crimes including fraud and computer misuse, resulting in a charge of, or among this year increase slightly to 5.7. We have the organized crime group. In Philippines, we have the Akyat Bahay Gang, Baharat Gang, and we have Budul Budul Gang, 14K or Triad, Abu Sayyaf, Aham Group, Kuratong Barinig, and Waray Gangs. In UK, organized crime groups in UK include British firms, Lions Crime Family, Clerkenwell Crime Syndicate, the Hunt Syndicate, the Cray Twins, and the Richardson, the Curtis Warren Cartel, McGraw Fear, Luna Fear, Arif Family, Liverpool Mafia, Peaky Blinders, and Eagle Tiger, and Cheetah Hillbillies. According to the National Crime Agency or NCA, the number of the organized crime groups operating in the UK was estimated to be about 5,300, comprising about 36,600 organized criminals. Extortion and protection, racketeering are persistent issue in the UK with foreign groups, often engaging in protection rackets within their ethnic communities. National organized criminals groups also engage in extortion practices and in victimizing individuals and businesses. So we have the conclusion. The policing system in the United Kingdom and the Philippines have distinct characteristics shaped by their unique historical, cultural, and societal context. In the United Kingdom, law enforcement is organized separately in each the legal system. England and Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. The UK does not have national police force. Instead, there are 44 geographical forces in the England and Wales, and a single force in Scotland, and one in the Northern Ireland. Specialist police forces that works alongside the geographical forces include the British Transport Police, the Ministry of Defence Police, the Civil Nuclear Constabulary. Police services in the UK are organized around two legal entities: the Office of Constable and the Police Force. Police services in UK are organized around two legal entities: the Office of Constable and the Police Force. Every police officer holds an Office of Constable, which grants the power to detect, prevent, and investigate crime. On the other hand, the Philippine National Police, or PNP, is the Armed National Police Force in the Philippines. The PNP originated from merging with the Philippine Constabulary and Integrated National Police. It is the civilian national police force with its national headquarters located in Comparative, Quezon City. Currently, it has approximately 228,000 personnel to police a population in excess of 100 million. The agency administered controlled by the National Police Commission and it's part of the Department of the Interior Local Government or DILG.
Perang slides. Perang slides. Sana.
In conclusion, both countries have robust housing system. They are tailored to their specific needs. The UK system is characterized by its division into separate jurisdictions with specialist forces, while the Philippine system is characterized by a unified national police force with a strong presence across the country. Both systems aim to maintain law and order, protect their citizens, and uphold justice. We have the recommendation. When comparing the policy system of the United Kingdom and the Philippines, these are the several recommendations that should be considered. Collaboration and exchange of best practices. Both countries could benefit from a mutual exchange of best practices. This could involve training exchange, joint operation, and shared learning initiatives. And the community policy. Both countries could further emphasize community policy strategies. This is approach which involves building relationships and community members and working closely with them to solve problems and prevent crime. Has been shown to be effective in a various contexts. We have the investment in technology. Both countries could invest more technology and enhance their policy capabilities. This could include advanced data, analytics, and for crimes prediction and prevention, digital tools for reporting and tracking crimes and other innovative solutions. Transparency and accountability. Both countries could work on improving transparency and accountability in their police force. This could involve measures such as body cameras for officers, independent oversight bodies, and public reporting on public activities. We have also the addressing social issues. Crime is often a symptom of underlying social issues such as poverty, lack of education, and social inequality. Both countries could benefit from policies that address these root causes of crime. Thank you. Thank you.